Hello. The sound okay? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, she's super cute. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's time to get started. All right. Okay. Welcome. Well, let's begin. We're going to do our warm-up as usual. So please find your feet about hip width apart. And we'll start by looking to the right when the ball is the beat. And look forward. And looking left, come up. Forward. Right. Forward. And left. Back to the right. Now keeping the heels down, look up. Center. Down. Center. Up. Center. Down. Back to center. Lean the head to the right. Then to the left. Then to the right. This time chin up. Chin down. Over to the left. Chin up. And chin down. Back to the center. Half circles with the head. Back to the center. Take your thumbs in a light fist to roll the shoulders back. Nice big shoulder rolls. Then forward. Fingertips to the collarbone. Roll the elbows forward. And back. And release. Shifting to your left foot, lift the right. Shifting to your right foot, lift the left. Shift and lift. shift, and lift. And back to the center. Now big arm circles forward. And back. Thumbs in a light fizz, elbows out, circling at the elbow joint. Other way. And interlacing, wrist rolls. Other way. Some waves. Reverse. Then rub in the palms. Hands to kidneys. Take the hips around. Other way. And back to the center. Shifting to your left foot, right leg comes across. Opens out 3 times. In 3 times. Okay, other leg opening out. And in. And heels together, toes together, rub the palms. Bend the knees, rub the knees. Keep the knees together, take them around. Other way. And standing up. Ankle rotations. Other way. Other foot. Other way. And heels together, feet angled out. Lift the toes, relax the arms, gently twisting side to side. And back to center. Heels out, feet parallel, bend the knees. Drop the tailbone, really grounding yourself and rocking gently forward and back. And back to center. Now we're going to shake it all out, shaking out the fingers, the arms, and with the jump, shake it out. And one more time. And shaking it out. Okay, great. Welcome. Is the sound still good? You probably noticed I'm wearing sunglasses today. One of my eyes is swollen. I hurt my eye, and so it looks kind of crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna wear shades today, so I don't weird you out. Still sounds good. Awesome. Okay, let's begin. We're gonna start today in Vajrasana, where you sit on your heels. If you can sit between your feet, that's okay too. You could do that. Just sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed. Let's take a few mindful breaths here. Okay, and then please interlace the fingers. Turn the palms forward. Drop the shoulder blades down. Really reach forward through that index finger knuckle. Draw back on the baby finger knuckle. And then keeping your ribs in, take your arms up. And then releasing the arms. Let's come around to a kneeling position, all fours for cat-cow. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat, and so on for a few cycles. Okay, coming back to the center. Now we're going to come into tiger pose with an optional half bow. So from here we press the right leg back. Make sure you have a clear runway behind you. Hips stay flat, and then reach the left arm forward. Option to reach back and grab your foot instead. Now this, for some people, requires a much more warm-up, so only you do it if it feels natural and just easily accessible right off the mat. Okay, slowly release on that side. Other side now, pressing the left foot back. Right arm reaches forward or possibly reaches back for that foot. Pressing into the hand. Draw the leg up, hips stay flat. And slowly release from there. Take the knees back. Take the hips forward. Kneeling push-up position. Now lower halfway down and hold. And then all the way down. Point the toes. Elbows in, neck long, curl up to a light cobra. And slowly releasing. Reach your left arm straight out and then peel up the right side of the body. Top hip, top side of the body, could reach back. And then coming back to flat, slide your left hand in, reach the right hand out. Now other side, peeling up the left side of the body. And coming to flat, bring your arms down at your sides, palm down. Press the palms into the floor, extend and lift the legs, just the legs. And slowly lowering, turn your head to the side, turn the hands palm up. Now if you're looking to the right, bend your left knee. Vice versa. See if you can catch hold of that foot with either of your hands. Even better if you can grab with both, but only if it feels easy. Squeeze it in, tuck the tailbone to go a little deeper, maybe even lifting the leg up a bit. And slowly releasing down, release that leg. Now turn your head to the other direction, bend your other knee, opposite leg, and then squeeze it in, tuck the tailbone, maybe lifting a bit. And slowly release. Bring the hands beside the chest, elbows back, curl up to a light cobra again. Or if you're working a little more challengingly today, you could come into an up dog. Then come back through to downward facing dog, knees bent. Walking the dog. Then re-engage both legs. Inhale, come forward into plank. Just holding plank or kneeling plank or taking it into plank up dog. Make sure to press your heels back. Stay on the balls of the feet. Engage your core. Then come back through downward dog. In this down dog, let's lift the heels up. Drop the heels down. Heels up. Heels down. And then bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to flat back. Holding flat back. Then bend the knees, ragdoll for a moment. And then plant the fingers with the right foot forward. Take your left leg way back into a low lunge. Coming up onto your thigh or reaching up high. And then float the hands down, lower the back knee, keeping it back. Sink the hips forward. Now take your left palm flat. Oh, sorry, I'm skipping a part. Point the back toes. Press the tips of the toenails into the floor. See if you can lighten or lift your back knee. And think about the up dog pose, because this is really toning the back leg for the up dog. The whole left side of the body really is doing up dog here. And then lower that back knee. Take your left palm flat. Right hand, right thigh. Possibly reaching up. Possibly reaching back for your foot. Only if you can grab it. And make sure you're not in this common kind of mistaken position. Feel kind of awkward that is not getting a stretch in that left leg. Now hop that back leg forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now take the right leg back. Left foot's forward in a deep low lunge. Coming up onto the thigh. Or reaching up high. And then lowering down, lower the back knee without letting it come forward. Point the back toes. Press the tips of the toenails into the floor. Lighten or lift through that back leg. Really extend beyond, like you have really long toenails and you're pressing the tips of your really long toenails into the floor. And lower that right knee. Right palm flat, left hand, left thigh. Take a twist, left shoulder up. Maybe reaching up if it's comfortable or reaching back. And slowly release. Unwind, hop the back leg forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, shake it out. Get a sip of water if you need it. Okay, if you're just joining us, welcome. We're getting into back bending today. I look like I'm on vacation because I have a swollen eye at the moment. Rather than gross you out, I'll just keep my sunglasses on. All right, now take a wide stance. Pressing the outside edges of your feet. This is the Wonder Woman position. And turn the left toes in slightly, right toes out, 90 degrees. Reaching up, tone the back leg, inhale. Then exhale, bend into the right leg. Looking over the right fingertips. Let's turn the hands palm up. Drop the shoulders down. And reaching up with the right hand. Back hand could be on the back thigh or around behind you for your front thigh. An exalted warrior. And right forearm down, left arm over, extended side angle pose. Anchor from your back leg, inhale, draw yourself up, hands to the hips. Right toes in slightly, left toes out, make sure your heels aren't crossed up. Heels on the same line, arms up. Toning your back leg, inhale, exhale, bending into the left. Gazing over your left hand, reach wide, then turn the palms up, keep the shoulder blades down. Shoulders as well. And reaching up, exalted warrior. And left forearm down or hand down, right arm over, an extended side angle pose. And anchor from your back leg. Draw yourself back to the center. Turn the left toes in. Hands on the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart. And come forward into flat back. So we're not rounding forward. Keeping it in flat back. If anything, a bit of an arch in the back. If you find it hard to hold, just don't go as far forward. It's still toning those muscles for flat back. And then inhale, coming back. Just standing. Bring both heels in halfway. And then, not interlacing. This time, we're taking the right hand forward. Turn the hand palm up. Draw the arm up. Other hand grabs the elbow. Draw the elbow up and back. Now, if you want, see if you can grab the hand behind instead. If you can't get a good grip, though, come back to this version. Now from here, bend the knees wide, sit low, into Goddess Archer. And then pressing up, release. Turn the hand palm up, arm up, elbow up and back, or catch and hold behind if that's accessible. And then knees wide, sitting low. Pressing up and releasing that arm. Shaking them out. Bringing the feet together. Find your way towards the top of the mat. Sun Salutation A. Grounding through the feet like you're holding the floor down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward over the legs, round the spine. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, or jump back. Lower either halfway down or all the way down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. In this downward dog, bend your knees and really emphasize the curvature of the low back towards the floor. You might even get your head on the floor this way. And then from here, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, shaking it out a little bit. Now interlacing in Kali Mudra. Reaching up, strengthen the core, tuck the tailbone, and then take it up and over to the right. Get long, get strong. Don't worry about how deep you're going. Worry about how strong you are and long. Then inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, releasing the arms. Coming towards the top of the mat. Sun Salutation B. From here, bend the knees, sitting back. Chair pose, reaching forward or even reaching a bit up. Exhale, straighten legs, fold over to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, or jump back. Lower either halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. From here, take your right leg up and over. Scorpion tail. Some of you might do wild thing where you step all the way over. That's up to you. And swing that leg all the way forward between the hands. Turn the back heel down. Inhale, rise up, but interlace behind in Kali Mudra for heart opening warrior one. Now straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll shoulders by leading with the heart. Come into flat back. Tilting forward. Just to isolate this right hamstring. But we don't want to round forward because that takes us into a forward fold. This is a neutral spinal position. Now coming back upright. Now I have to step back a little bit. You might not. But shift forward. Hands in airplane wing position. Come up. Now here, see if you can grab your foot with your left hand. Press back. And draw the right hand forward into dancer's pose. Stay upright. Breathe. Now release, step back, push up position. Got to go to the other side. You could go right to downward dog or through the vinyasa. And when you're in downward dog again, feet a little closer. Take your left leg up and over. Possibly stepping over into wild thing. And then swing that leg all the way forward between the hands. Back heel down. rising up, hands behind. If you can, change the interlacing in your Kali Mudra. Heart opening warrior one. Okay, straighten that front leg, hands to the hips, hips square to the front, tilt forward, lean with the heart. Isolating that left hamstring here. Inhale, coming back upright. Now bend the front leg, shift forward. Here's hands in airplane wing. Then catching hold of your back foot. Press into the hand. Take your other hand forward. Hips stay flat. Dancer's pose. And kicking back. Leg back. You can go right to down dog or through vinyasa. And then bending the knees down, sitting back on the heels or between. Now's a good time to get a swing if you want one. I'm sweating a little bit. I sometimes like to have a towel on hand so we can pat my forehead. Free to do so now. Now we're going to get into Supta Virasana. And this one you might skip if it's not comfortable for your knees. There is a bit of gentle discomfort that you can allow, I should say, in the knees as you're increasing the flexibility. Okay, pressing up without twisting. We're going to find ourselves forward. I have to turn a little sideways diagonally because I'm too tall for my spot here. But anyway, lying on the stomach, please find your way into Sphinx Pose. Hopefully you can see your screen from Sphinx Pose. And watch here for a second. In a moment, we're going to lower down. Not just yet though, watch. We're going to grab our feet, come up to bow pose, but keep hold of the feet so that we can squeeze them in at the same time. Okay, so lowering the chin down, bend the knees, reach back, grab your feet or ankles, and then press back to draw yourself up. And then keep hold of the ankles, come down, squeeze in. And then release the feet. Now bring your arms forward. We're going to do an opposite lift, left arm to right leg. Okay, so reaching forward, left arm to right leg. And slowly release. Take a breath. Now right arm and left leg. Reach long, strong, high. And slowly release. Take a breath. Next, sometimes called the Superman or Superwoman, is the double reach, double lift legs. Variation of locust. So now we're reaching both arms, lifting both legs. Lots of fun. Good. And slowly release. Good. From here, simply roll around onto your back. Now that you're on your back, draw your feet in so you can just touch your heels. Bend the elbows. Press the back of the elbows into the floor. Lift your hips up. Roll the shoulders under maybe. Good, and then slowly lowering down from there. Now we're going to lift up again into that pose, or if you can do a full wheel, come into full wheel. Now there's kind of a midpoint in full wheel that you might be able to get to. It seems like a cheat, but it's a legit position to get to in yoga. So you bring your hands beside your ears, and you come up onto the crown of the head. And you can even just stay there, as long as you're not putting too much weight in your head. Try to get more and more weight into your hands, and eventually you can lift up. Okay, just hold. See if you can hold for 5 to 7 breaths in one of those poses. And slowly lowering the hips down. Bring your right foot across the left leg. Externally rotate your right femur away from you. And then draw your left leg in. Thread the needle if you can. And slowly releasing, stepping down. Left leg across, externally rotating. Maybe drawing the leg in. And release that side. Now we're going to take our hands palm up at our sides, reaching down in nice and tight. We extend the legs and point the toes. Now we're gripping the back of our hamstrings, bottom of the glutes. Now we're going to come up onto our elbows. So come on up here. We still got that grip. We're on our elbows. Now lift the chest and take the head back onto the crown of the head. Now this pose is kind of tricky to figure out. If it's your first time, you might not get it. Don't worry, just hold out. We're almost done. And tucking the chin and lower. Now make your way around again to your front. We're going to bring the right leg forward for king pigeon. You might do one of the upright back bending versions of king pigeon, since we're back bending, or you could stay in the neutral or line forward version. Right leg forward, pigeon pose. Couple more breaths this side. Okay, and switching sides. Left leg forward. King pigeon. Hips square to the front. Again, you could do a back bending version, or you could do a forward folding, or just stay neutral. Couple more breaths this side. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Now in this downward dog, we're going to keep everything the same. We're just going to lower our knees to the floor. And that takes us right into puppy pose. If you need to adjust it a little bit though, adjust it. In puppy pose, our hips are over our knees. Our arms are forward with the elbows lifted. Now walk the hands up. Now we're going to do inverted twist. If you need to skip this one, come into child's pose, where we're going to go into shortly. Left arm reaches up and through. Left shoulder down if you can. Create a twist in the upper back here. And pressing back up. Right arm up and through now. Right shoulder down, side of the head down. Pressing back to center. Now taking the knees wide. I like to go extra wide when I do this pose late in the practice. So knees wide as you can. And then arms forward, but you can rest them down, forehead down as well. Okay, walking the hands in. Bring the knees in. And then we're going to offset the hips over to the right. So it's a bit of an odd pose because it's not perfectly aligned. Our hips aren't flat. They're on an angle, and the feet are stacked one on the other. And we take the hands and walk around to the right. So don't go too deep or too far in this pose because it is kind of this awkward angle of a pose. But visit each vertebrae for a gentle twist. Now, this was a pose that I didn't really do too often, but it is one of the 30 essential yoga poses in Judith Lassiter's book by that title. So I've really been kind of trying to embrace it, and I'm starting to like it much more. Now let's come back to the center. Walk the hands over to the left. Take the hips over on the other side of the feet. And then continue walking to the left. Look over the left shoulder. And then back to the center. Please make your way once again around onto your back. This time, hug your knees in towards you. From here, take your knees wide. Now from here, take your left leg down, point both toes down, Rest your left leg down. Now flex your toes towards you on both feet. Keep your left leg extended and down. Lift your right heel until it's vertical or as much as you can. And then try to pull that leg down. Eventually the knee presses into the floor, but you have to keep your left hip down. So this is half happy baby. Kind of wondering what pose this is. Okay, release. Now hug your left leg in, extend the right leg, point the toes. Then flex the toes towards you. And then take the left heel up. And then draw that leg down as if you're trying to push the knee into the floor without letting this knee come up though. You gotta keep that pressing down, the hips stay flat. You can even use both hands if you can reach it. The good thing about this variation is when you do full happy baby, your hips roll up, but this leg keeps your hips down. Now let's draw both legs in for full happy baby. Try to keep the hips down just as they were. And then pressing up, straight up, Viparita Karani. Okay, and slowly lowering the legs. Find a position with your feet wide, a little further away from you. Just take a few windshield wiper knees side to side to release any tension in the hips and low back. You can choose your pace, usually with the breath. And find a comfortable, relaxing position that you can move into stillness with. And deep relaxation, deep healing, deep mindfulness. Let's take just a couple minutes in this position. Then after this, you have the option of setting up for a meditation or staying longer or just packing up entirely. But for now, for these couple of minutes, really just release, surrender to this pose, get as much out of it as you can to get as much out of your whole practice as possible. So shoulders down, chin tucked, deep breath in, deep sigh out, deep breath in, deep sigh out. Just letting go of all tension. Please take your time. If you want to take a meditation posture, you can at this point, or you could stay in Shavasana and meditate, or if you are ready to go, you can get up and go at that point. In which case, thank you for joining us. Now, there's a neat posture that you can do if you have a block. Most people, I hardly know anyone who can do it without a block. But you take one heel on one side, the other heel on the other side, and the knees stack. And then you can sit comfortably like that. Naturally, you want to alternate legs. It's not a pose I teach a lot because you need a block or else you hurt your knees. And, not everybody has a yoga block to be able to do it safely. But anyway, if you have one, you could try this, but sit in any comfortable meditation posture. Shoulders relaxed. Just scan the body with your awareness as if you're being lowered or brought out of water. Feel that line of water as it touches the skin, and just increasing your sensitivity and awareness and body mindfulness as you scan that way. Now, typically it should take about a minute or so to get down and up if you're newer to this. Eventually you can scan much quicker, you can scan much deeper. But just work where you're at. Continue scanning if you like, if you're ready to finish for it today. And thank you again for coming. Lots of great back bending for some heart opening practice. So I hope you have a great, very happy day. Thanks again. Namaste.